Good evening, vampires, werewolves, and all other nocturnal beings. Welcome to Tiddies by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade actual play run entirely by creatures of marginalized genders, and presented by Tabletop Tiddies. My name is Kelly, my pronouns are they, them, and I will be your storyteller for tonight. But before we get into the episode, we want to acknowledge the colonial history of Canada and the US and how these countries have and continue to take from Indigenous people. The effects of colonization are still felt to this day, and I am recording from the stolen lands of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. If you would like to know more about the effects of colonization and support some Indigenous charities and organizations, you can go to the resources page on our website at tabletoptiddies.com/resources. With me, I am joined by the investigators of the Occult and Unusual.
Hello, everybody. So happy to be here. I'm Charlene Bear. I go by Char. My pronouns are she, they, and I am joining you from the unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. And I play Octavia Miller, the Tremere, whose pronouns are she, her.
Hello everyone, my name is Rachel Theilade, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm streaming from the territories of the Semiahmoo, Kaitzi, Coquitlam, Kwantlen, Kakate, and Tawasin First Nations. And I am playing Evelyn Stormloft, the Nosferatu, whose pronouns are also she, her. He's Casper.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I was fixing
some technical difficulties.
Okay. Jerry's unconscious right now. This is
Ocio. I'm CasperDaNBGhost. My pronouns are they, them. I am playing on the Muskogee and Cherokee, Muskogee and Cherokee lands, and wow. I'm playing Belgium Jerry, who identifies as fight me or tonight, Leon's problem.
Wow. Well, Leon has other problems.
Yeah, just add me to the list.
Just stack them, honestly. All of our problems can be Leon's problems.
I mean, right now I think Leon could take you, though.
Hello. My name's Katrina. You can also call me Kat. I use any pronoun, and I'm currently streaming from the lands of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. I'm playing Abbigail, and I'm gonna cough, but I'm very excited to be here. I'm gonna tickle my throat.
In case it's not obvious, we're all quickly dying. All of us.
We're all so healthy.
Yeah.
Not good. Did you finish your intro?
Yeah, it was really good. Did you like it?
Oh my god. Well, cat dying distracted me slightly. Hello. I am Dare. I pronoun she, they, Faye. Playing once, always, and forever Leon Cavallo, the he, they, they, the Toreador you cannot help but adore, who will leave you wanting, needing more, and may or may not have a kid somewhere. Don't worry about that part. It's super fine. We're dealing with it as much as we can by running away. And I am coming to you from the Ute, Cheyenne, and Life and Apache First Nations. I'm going to throw it over to Char to tell us about Sirenscape.
Thanks for that, because I forgot. You guys, what do you know? If you hear music during the stream, that's because of Sirenscape, which is something that you can use online to help make your streams more atmospheric. They've got soundtracks, music, sound effects, and more. They've got a free and premium version. Make sure you check them out at Sirenscape.com. And I also want to tell you, if you're watching the show live and you want to be an extra level of cool, you can subscribe to us to support the show. Not only do you support Tabletop Tiddies, which, I mean, that's in and of itself amazing, but also you can stop Kat from crying. You know, she's crying right now.
I legitimately cry. My eyes are pouring, my eyeliner's smudging.
Oh, no.
Please.
It's more
Please.
goth.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe.
And you get really cool emotes. There you go. Dare, just subscribe. Be like Dare. And support the show. If you have Amazon Prime, you get one free subscription every month. And we would feel awesome if you chose to use it on us. And you have to resubscribe every month if you're using your Amazon Prime. So just a reminder about that. That's it for me. Over to Rachel.
It's me. Hey, it's me. And I'm asking you once again, did you know that we have a merch store? I don't know. I think maybe if you didn't know, now you do. If you see the show tonight and you ask yourself, you know what, why am I not wearing these people's characters and logos all over my body and plastering it all over my home to display my pride for this tabletop RPG cool peoples? Why? Then I have an answer for you. You should head on over to tabletoptiddies.threadless.com, because that's where you can go and get all of those things. You can check out the cool designs we have to offer, and sales will happen frequently there, so you always get a really good deal. And there's a bunch of cool, like, I don't know if you remember, like, we did a rebrand. All of our cool logos are on there, and all of our character art's on there. You can get t-shirts, hoodies, blankets, mugs, Christmas shopping. I'm just saying. You should go and do it over there at, once again, tabletoptiddies.threadless.com. And every time we say titties, it is with double D's.
Potential trigger warnings for this episode: deceased parents, gaslighting, body horror, vampire stuff, and as always and forever, bees. So if any of those things are too much for you, or you find yourself a little bit overwhelmed, feel free to step away, recenter yourself, or skip the episode entirely. You will never be at a loss, because I always do a previously on. But first, man, it feels like it's been a while. Intro video, pew pew pew.
Wieners.
Hey,
Oh,
what's
no.
up? I can't hear anybody, so we're gonna go be right back because of technical issues. Yay! I fixed it. Hello.
Woo.
Not only are we dying, but my computer's it's fine. It's doing fine. I'm just a dummy. All right. Previously on Tiddies by Night. There we go. The IOU were rescued from the nightmare of the now Malkavian web by their trusted assistant, Margaret. Everybody survived, but Jerry was left sapped of his strength, and Leon was rendered unconscious. Despite that, they managed to make it to the office, where they learned that they had been missing for about a week. Evelyn disappeared to the sewer to confer with William about what's been going on. She learned that Octavia's father had gotten word about a new way to contact her dead mother. Leon found Anne hiding in their bedroom in a similar state to Jerry. He learned that since Bartholomew was destroyed, the power that he gave them was taken. Leon hurried out of the office, off to find Bruja, hoping they could help. Meanwhile, Abbigail fled to her boat, now feeling the burn of the Ravnos bane. Once there, she found it was occupied by a disheveled kindred in the middle of feeding. She let it slip that Jerry is no longer... What's happening?
Cat's been pantomiming the entire
Okay.
event.
It's good. It's good. I'm helping. I'm helping.
It's good. It's good. Keep going.
She let it slip that Jerry is no longer at his full strength, and the man, dumping the remains of his meal in the river, fled into the night. Before Octavia could learn about her father, she spent time in the library looking for any reason that Jerry would be drained of his strength. She managed to find some loose information about kindred and devils intermingling, and that Jerry had a pulse. As the sun began to rise, Octavia had to stop herself from rushing out to find her dad. Evelyn settled in for the day. Jerry continued to lay unconscious on the library floor. Abigail docked her boat near the rich part of the city, and Leon, while crossing the bridge to the south, ran into an umbrella-wielding stranger who turned to reveal that their face was a surgical mess resembling their own. Now, as the sun is rising on the horizon, we are obviously going to have to deal with those of you who are out in the middle of the city, cough Leon. But I would like to jump to our dear Jerry, who you have had a dreamless unconscious at this point. The last thing that you remember was the flaming, smoky inferno of Bartholomew and the feeling of somebody grasping your wrist before you disappeared from consciousness. But you groggily find yourself waking up. Your body is sort of twisted in a strange, somewhat fetal, but partially dragged position. You can feel a lump of a carpet underneath your leg, and the familiar smell of the old paper and bindings of the books within the library. Damn. Impressive.
What? A soundboard? Was that a soundboard?
No, that was my neck.
That's oh.
Your you feel, I mean, hey, you feel your joints cracking and your muscles feel weak, not from overuse. And oddly enough, this feeling isn't something that you're very used to, but you can feel all of the like fibers of your body and it feels weak.
Oh, yeah. What happened? What in the... Whatever I drank last night, let's not put that on the menu, because, Jesus.
As the blur of the unconscious starts to fade from your eyes, you can see your arms are sticks. There is some semblance of muscle on them, but absolutely nowhere near how they have been in the past 80 years.
Is my skin sagging?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
What
not much
in
work,
the
yeah.
flubby out? Yeah, so I'm gonna try and get up, but like I'm used to like just being able to hop up, so like it's gonna take me forever and a day to try and get up, and it's just like creaky the entire time.
You can see like the carpet that is under you has been dragged through the door of the outside office into the library, and it seems that something unceremoniously dragged your unconscious body into the library and just dumped it sort of off to the side a little bit.
Yeah, none of that's new. It's the rest of it's new. So I'm gonna like try and stagger to the window or the door. Like I'm trying to stagger like and walk, and I'm like falling because I don't know how to carry myself anymore, and I'm like just knocking into everything, and it's just
Some books sort of fall off of some shelves, and
oh, shit, son of a...
one of those big fancy globes that everyone had back in the day just like tumbles and sort of boom, 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 boom across the floor.
Oi, is anybody here?
No reply.
Right, yeah, okay. I'm gonna try and shuffle my way to like the back bookshelf where I keep like a special bottle of gin. I was like slide it, and I was just like
Smells
and, like
good.
take a small little like wincing
Yeah.
like sip of it, and I feel it burning, and it like actually hits, and I'm like, whoa, Miss Octavia, somebody.
Still no response. You can feel. Roll me a willpower roll.
Yeah. Okay. That's not a stat that changes now because of what I am now, right?
No.
Cool. Then I'm good. I got a success.
You you can just slightly feel a tingle in your body of the anticipation of the sun's rise, but that fear that you usually feel of like needing to find somewhere to hide is quiet. You know that the sun is coming up within maybe the next half hour to an hour, but you are not afraid of it.
Yeah, I'm not actually concerned about that point. I'm concerned that I can actually feel the booze like hitting.
Yeah.
And that my arm is super flabby. So I'm gonna try and like if Miss Octavia is not home, I'm gonna try to like go through the books that nope, not that one. Nope, that's poetry. No, something help me.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Literally looking for a book of why I'm why I'm feeling this way. It's not like I'm like I figure out I'm human. I'm like, why can I now drink booze? Why are my arms flabby?
Give me an intelligence and occult. You can add 3 for your library.
Okay. So intelligence and occult plus the 3 is oh hey, would you look at that? It's more than 3, so that's good.
Oh,
it's 5.
I
got 4 successes.
I mean, you find some anatomy books about like people who've gone basically into starvation and muscle deterioration there. You find like medical books about the medical uses of alcohol. In regards to actually finding anything as to why you as a vampire are able to do these things, your sources are quite limited. And even referring to the Book of Nod that you had been gifted some time ago, the state of reversing your vampirism is a thing that millions of vampires have sought after for millennia. And one of your friends recently even left to do so. There are some books in Braille that have been left open on the table about demonology. Can Jerry read Braille? This isn't a stat. This is you. Do you think Jerry in the last 80 years and hanging out with Octavia has attempted to learn Braille?
Hey, Char, evens or odds?
Odds.
I rolled a 5. Yes, I did learn Braille.
All right. Probably still a bit rudimentary, but you go through it and you find basically the same information that Octavia had like learned and then left here, which is there's no evidence that a devil or a demon is capable of reversing vampirism. But there are instances or the potential like theoretical instances of vampires making deals with devils and intermingling and very sympathetic bonds between these unions that if one of them were perhaps severed, it would pull more than the given power.
Right. Don't we have a boy around here?
No, he went off with Imogen to go be in love and adventure.
Damn
it.
R.I.P.
Not dead. They're having a great time.
Yeah.
I mean, R.I.P. to this stream.
Oh.
All right.
You
So
at
I'm
this
reading
point, I
that,
haven't been
I'm re-
informed that you've hired a day staff by anybody. So,
No.
Right. Okay.
and you haven't seen any
Um,
evidence of Marguerite.
No evidence of Marguerite, nothing. So I'm reading that I'm human, I'm scraggly, and I'm buzzed and like actually can feel it and keep it down.
You're also kind of hungry.
Yeah, but I'm not like fuck it. Yeah, I think I will go to the front door and like try and psych myself up to oh you I want meat. I'm gonna psych myself up and like open the door and try and step out.
All right.
Um,
And
for,
as
like,
you
the
do,
first time in 80 years.
we're gonna cut away.
Oh my
That's also
goodness.
so brave of Jerry. I think I might be human. Well, let's test it. Opens door.
Like
Let's
a
see if I
hand.
immediately
If there's
die.
anyone who believes they could tank the sun, it is Jerry.
Yeah, very true.
Leon, you stand on the bridge heading south, in search of an answer from the Bruja relating to your dear sweet Anne, and you have just bumped into a nicely dressed individual holding a carousel, who turned to you, and their face is a patchwork mess and surgical nightmare, somewhat in a recognizable state to your own. And their reply to you was, "You look just as father described you." I think that's what they said. It's close enough.
Yeah, no, it was Um, um, um may I get that one more time, Father?
Yes. He's been looking for you. Well, you've probably gotten his gifts, haven't you?
All right. How do I? I'm going to lie, quite frankly, and try to not give off a physical reaction, uh, and try to straight face this as much as possible, and try to see if I can get more.
That's fair. Give me a You get a point because I forgot to open a Vampire the Masquerade character sheet. It's because I am so used to just
You have
being
many things to open. It's fine.
I'm just so good at most games that I don't think I need it. Give me a manipulation and persuasion.
Okay, I can do that. There's not many.
Weirdly enough.
Manipulate is my lowest of my social scores. I'm normally a straight shooter.
You're so honest,
That feels wrong to say.
right?
Those two successes.
Unclear if they believe you, but you can definitely maintain the facade.
Gifts. This sounds like I'm being a bit braggadocious, but I am quite popular, so I do receive many gifts. Could you please tell me which gifts were sent my way, just so I can make sure they're the right ones in my own head?
They kind of like look off over the bridge towards the horizon. Are you sure you wouldn't want to have this discussion at home? The sun is rising soon.
That big like breath of oh boy. It is getting close to my bedtime, and I have had a long day. Could we potentially meet here in in my morning? Does that work for you? I should be getting some rest soon.
They smile at you, and you can see that the like fused flesh sort of stretch a bit on their cheek as it is.
Ugh.
You get the impression that they were modeled to be static. So this amount of movement on their face is really putting a strain on the bonds. And they sort of like nod politely. We will meet here then tomorrow night. I will tell Father that I've met you. I'm so excited.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I should be getting. Also, I don't think I got your name. I am so sorry about that.
They
Just
put out a
very
hand,
hasty.
like a very dainty hand. Leon.
I wear gloves. Uh, mm, mm. Well, nice to meet you as well. I assume you know my name is also Leon Cavallo, the
Yes.
one and the only. I mutter very softly under my own breath.
They begin
Uh,
laughing, which is upsetting as it puts yet more strain on the bonds of the flesh. And you see a bit of splitting here and there.
well, I have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'm out of willpower, right? I'm still out of that, huh?
Yeah, you're a little bit
God,
drained right now.
God damn it. Hmm. I mean, I feel like how was I doing? I feel like I wasn't doing good on any of my stats. I feel like I was suffering in every way possible. So I should
Um,
not invoke hunger.
you certainly can try it.
Yeah, I'll make a rouse check. I'm gonna try to use fleetness to maybe get over to the Bruja area quicker. I
All
think
right.
like almost a cartoony style Leon shaped smoke.
Roll that with that rouse.
Hey blood, hey blood. Let's be fucking chill. I got a 7. That's good.
Nice. Yeah,
Good.
the surge of power within you kicks in, and you begin to book it towards the Brujas. You give me I'm gonna say intelligence and streetwise, to see if you, in all of your dealings, know where the Bruja station.
Oh no. Oh no. No successes.
All right. I will say then that you can either wander aimlessly in the city, hoping it's quite a large district. Wandsworth is quite large, bigger than most of the districts on the north combined. Or you can attempt to find somewhere to hunker down.
Leon would risk this for Anne.
Oh boy.
I will try to. Oh, that doesn't inspire confidence. I will try to wander aimlessly.
All right, you begin to wander aimlessly. Abigail, I imagine that once you manage to get your boat docked, knowing that the sun was coming up soon, did you have any plans in the next half hour to an hour, or what's going on?
I think I think the plan would be to, as soon as, just because of how we left off with shenanigans and my encounter at the docks, which is Jerry's stomping grounds, I will make a plan to, do I believe that with my Speedy Gonzalez-ness, can I run back to the IOU before sunrise?
So much right now.
Yeah, we're fleeting it up the street.
Whew.
I passed by Leon. We're running. It's like,
There's just a lot of running.
roll me
Bye-bye.
a dex and athletics, and we're gonna call this just like your ability, your knowledge of your own ability.
Slay. I love that. We are good at those things, so I'm gonna reroll one of these. That's 4 successes.
Actually,
Oh.
also, I'll keep that in mind. 4 successes. Also, give me an intelligence and streetwise.
Oh no. Where's that? I can't even find intelligence on my sheet. That's how smart I am.
Top right.
Real smart. Okay. That is one success on that roll.
All right.
No.
You are aware that Evelyn controls the sewers and that there is a very elaborate sewer system underneath the city, but you have not been here long enough to have any clue how to navigate them.
We don't know.
And the way that it works, for every hour that you attempt to stay awake in the sun, it will get hard. Like when during the day, it will get harder
Mhm.
and harder to stay awake. So much so that like it's nearly impossible to stay up for 2 hours, especially as a little baby. But
Yeah.
with 4 dex and athletics, with your rudimentary knowledge of the layout of the city, you think that you could maybe point A to point B book it, but risk exposing yourself as a parkouring maniac across the rooftops of London, especially now that like twilight is starting to kick in.
Yeah, I mean, we also haven't truly gotten time to rest. So if I thinking about the city and how far I sailed, if I don't think it's going to be attainable, I think
All right.
I'm gonna just like do a little comb through of my place, see if that little shit took any of my stuff. And I'm also going to make a note to add him to my notebook because I'm not going to forget that face. That pissed me off.
You give me a retroactive, let's call this wits and subterfuge to see how well you hid things in your boat. We're just
right.
we're rolling today. Today's rolling day.
We're rolling. That's 3 successes.
All right. There's some of your, I mean, okay. Correct. Stop me if any of this sounds wrong. As a PI, you probably understand the concept of having your really hidden things, and then some of your like, this was hidden, lol, you found it, to distract people from the fact that you have more hidden things.
Absolutely.
Does that sound right? Your lol, I hid this things are missing. You got like some ammo missing, probably a backup gun, and some like clues that are not as important. Probably some spending cash as well. But your very hidden things, whatever those might be, were not discovered.
Thank God. Okay, boils my not blood. Yeah, then I will try to kind of lay low for a little bit and just rest my poor little body. This has been a lot. A lot. I came on this boat and then there's a giant fish monster and then I met these political figures and I have no idea what's happening anymore. I'm like, should I look into boats home? No, it's fine. But I don't, maybe London is too bumping for me.
It does feel like you maybe came into like the 3rd season of their lives or something like that. A lot of baggage.
Yeah.
Octavia and Evelyn, you being the more experienced in the IOU, know that most things can't be accomplished within this time frame.
I think we already turned in for the night, did we not?
Yeah, you rested.
Yeah, we just were like, let's go to bed.
It ain't worth
I'm
it.
tired.
This is future Octavia and Evelyn's problem.
Grandma Evelyn's like, it's past my bedtime. I need to sleep. I'm going to go make myself a tea and go wind down.
Yeah,
I did leave out apple turnovers for Jerry, who now I know just said, fuck apple turnovers.
Come at me, son.
They were also a bit stale, so
Rude.
at least a week old. Jerry, as you crack open the door to the IOU, the chill of the pre-dawn air hits your skin, and it feels like drops of dew forming on your kind of wiggly skin suit that you're wearing.
What?
You can see the faint bit of orange begin to crest in the sky as the sun begins to peak. You are standing on the threshold inside the office before you walk to the outside. Are you just doing it?
I I shiver for like the first time in like 80 years, and I'm like, what the fuck this, mate? Um, and that for me like confirms like, yeah, well, whatever I had going on is not going on anymore. So I'm gonna, it's like, if I die, then at least I'm like, no one gets to see me this pathetic. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna open the door, and I'm like, it's just like, tuck my hat, and I'm like, just nobody look at me as I like open the door.
Um, as you walk out into the street, standing, waiting for the sun to rise, a moment passes. You can hear the sounds of early morning risers off in the distance, going about their business. And then you hear a sound behind you, a do, shh, do, shh, do, shh.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around.
You see in the darkened room of the office, only illuminated by the faint blue light coming through the door, a withered, decrepit, and nearly stick-shaped humanoid-shaped stick. Clothes just draped over her body, nearly touching the ground, leaning up against a cane, all of the weight of her very limited frame pressed up against it, digging into the carpet. Barely recognizable as Anne.
Oh, same thing happened to you then, huh?
I reckon. What's your plan now, Jerry?
Well, I feel like shit, and it's just fucking cold. So, I'm probably gonna look for my mate, Brutus, see if he can help.
Awfully brave of you, assuming that everything's been taken away from us. You think you're gonna wander out in the day?
Well, I'm either gonna get to Brutus, or I'm gonna be a pile of ash. Either way, it's better than this now, isn't it?
You see her like barely like lift the cane, and you almost see her body like tumble forward as she stops herself, leaning the cane forward and slides herself forward. That's it then. You're just gonna take everything away from me, and then you're just gonna walk off and disappear?
I didn't take nothing from you, love.
I know what happened, Jerry. I
What
know
you
that
talking about?
you killed him. And she like slips and tumbles forward. And you just see like this leathery mass in front
I'm
of
gonna
you
watch
on the
her
ground.
fall.
And she looks up at you through the darkness that is ever slowly illuminating. If you're gonna leave me here, the only other person who knows what he gave us, I've got nobody that understands, Jerry. Nobody else.
You got Leon, right? Yeah.
He ain't on
You're gonna be fine.
Leon
I like pat her on the head.
Your hand almost like indents a little bit in the skin and comes back as it's like one of those dogs with all of the wrinkled faces. Fine.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
Fine. Walk out there. See if you can feel the warmth of the sun and die for all I fucking care.
I'm gonna squat down next to her. Like I'm like an old man squat. Like I'm taking my
Yeah,
time as
you
I'm
can
like
feel it.
making sure I don't fall over and get really close to her. And it's like, look, this isn't my problem. You're not my problem. I've got my own stuff to deal with. It's nothing personal, and I do like you, you ogre fighter. But I'm not living like this.
She looks up at you and like just enough effort to have her eye looking up at you as her face is just lying up against the carpet. Fine. Fine. Leave me behind. It's what you do, isn't it?
No. No, it's not. What I do is defend the people in this house. And just like this, I can't do it.
It's not what he said.
Oh,
You know who. He told me about your past, Jerry. Leave me. Leave me behind. Sure, I won't haunt your nightmares. Not like they did.
all right, love. As I stand up, you can lie there feeling sorry for yourself because you gave a bit too much of yourself to a demon. I'm gonna go get back what's mine. Aye?
She just
And then
closes
I'm
her
gonna leave
eyes.
her. Yeah, I'm leaving her. I don't want to hear anymore.
You hear the cane knock up against the door as she slowly begins closing it behind you as you walk through the streets. You see lights being lit in buildings around you as people wake up. And you see behind you the faint glow of the street as the sun begins to crest the horizon. Leon, you've been searching now for any sign of the Bruja with no clue of their location. This district is not exactly one of your common haunts. People waking up, going to their jobs. You see people walking through the streets as you hurriedly pass through alleyways and ducking as much as you can to not expose yourself in your abnormal speed. And you can see a bit of mist as the warmth of the sun begins causing the moisture in the air to... Still no sign. What are you doing?
Okay. I got nothing. Do I have anyone that I would know like around here at all? Because my heart song is probably no.
In your traits, do you have like friends or contacts or anything like that? I can't remember.
Let me double check. It's been a while since I looked at that part of my sheet.
Been a
A funny
while.
question. Do you have friends?
You have friends.
Does your paper say you have friends?
Less so now.
I look beautiful.
You are hot. That is true.
You could just ask
I
them.
have
"Hey,
I
can
have
stay
safe
here?"
passage,
Wink.
but so someone could let me in, but not necessarily.
Then yeah, I think despite your best interest, you didn't think to maybe set up a lot of contacts down here across the bridge.
Yeah,
but as you said, you have safe passage.
yeah. So I think I'll try to find like kind of a house that, or like a house that sort of overlooks an alley, somewhere where there's like a good amount of shade.
All right.
Uh,
Easy enough. The streets here are a bit crowded, and there are a lot of buildings for residents. And you can easily find an ideal location for your needs.
Yeah, and I think I just hit like a very gentlemanly knock on the door.
It takes a bit, but you hear some rattling behind it, and the door opens a crack, and you can make out a woman, sort of in her nightgown, fairly young, and she kind of like creeps out and she says, "Hello. Who are you?"
I'm so sorry to disturb your slumber. My name is Leon Cavallo. How do I look like in terms of with the willpower and stuff? Do I look like more ill than normal?
Your clothes are matted and
There it is.
drying in a strange hardened fashion to your body.
Okay, beautiful.
If you have makeup on, it is smeared and dripping down your face. Yeah, you like look exhausted, and yeah, you look haggard.
Okay, beautiful. I was curious if I could maybe uh have a moment of your time and a bit of respite, if that is amenable unto you.
She kind of like looks down the like out the street a little bit past you. Is this a trick? Are the blackguards down the street who are trying to break in and steal everything?
Oh, absolutely not. I've gained nothing from taking people. Uh, I can't. This is Dare. Not doing this smoothly, not Leon. Absolutely not. I don't associate myself with blackguards. I often find myself more in the theater. I just happen to have fallen upon a very hard day.
Roll a charisma. And did I give you famous? I think I did at some point give you famous.
Yes. I could also like I'm also trying to do this the nice way. This is the Baldur's Gate moment of I could just use my illithid and just use irresistible voice.
For it.
I've been so polite the entire time.
Give me charisma and persuasion and add your fame
Okay.
as dice, like
Yeah.
extra dice.
Charisma, persuasion, and fame. Yeah, like there's an unfortunate thing to this poor person, which is I can also simply go, I want to go in,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to be nice about it. It feels barbaric.
You're fighting the beast. I understand it. It's gonna get harder. If you fail this, it's gonna get harder as the sun is trailing behind you.
Oh, don't worry. I don't think failure's in my cards today. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Yep. Wait. Yeah. No. Gosh. 8. Sorry. I didn't believe myself for a second. I thought I was lying.
She is looking past you and like barely paying attention to you. Like definitely like viewing her surroundings to see if maybe like again there's ruffians ready to jump out and attack her. But then she like stops and looks at you and says, "Oh, wait a minute. You're Leon Cavallo from the theater, aren't you?"
Yes, I am.
Oh heavens! I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you. You need a. You
like
look
I
horrible.
said,
What happened?
Ran into a bit of trouble. You ever just, you mentioned blackguards earlier, and I happen to have run foul of a couple of people of ill intent.
Oh yes, of course. My husband and I are fans. We told our kids about you, of course. Come on in, and you can. I don't have a lot to spare, but perhaps whatever we have is yours, of course. And she opens it, and you can now see that behind the door is a kitchen, and at the table are two kids who are like being quiet, and as they see you, they sort of like wide-eyed stare at you. And she like gestures you in and offers you food and whatnot. What do you do with the food?
I do the thing Leon always does, which is lie. I actually don't have much of an appetite right now. Still sort of shaken from everything that's happened today. But
Well, my husband just went to work, so you could. We still have a bath run if you'd
yes,
like to go up and clean up.
I would love to freshen up and potentially get some rest for at least a little bit, if
Of
that is
course,
okay.
of course. Uh, uh, please go. Let me know if you need anything. I'll just be down here.
Thank you. And may I have your name as well? So I like to remember the charity of and kindness of others.
Um, damn it! The one time. all of your names cycled through my head. I was like, no. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna be completely transparent. Going to Victorian name generator. Hey,
Beautiful.
I'm not.
No shame in that.
I know you all think me some deific storyteller, and honestly, I'm
Much like the Pope, Kelly is infallible.
yeah. Ella, Ella Holmes.
Ella, wonderful to meet you,
It's-
Miss Ella. And I like give a soft wave to the children. I don't want to necessarily disturb them.
They seem very shy. That's Rosanna and Doyle over there. Say hi.
Rosanna,
And they
Doyle?
like little hands sort of wave at you and then tuck back into their food.
I think I've waved at a child. I match the energy. I'm not trying to outdo them.
This like very wet, soggy looking Leon just waving.
I'm a wet cat of a man right now. There was no way she couldn't let me in. I was a little meow meow.
Now you're gonna hate me. As you step on that first step, the
No.
beast roils within you, dreading the existence of the sun that is ever trying to burn you from this earth. Roll me one dice that will represent your, I know, lacking willpower.
Got a 6.
Chains weighing you down, just weight on your entire body, the most heavy you have ever felt, as the beast is willing you to go to sleep, to hide and squirrel away from the darkness, to feed on this poor family, to give you the power that you need like a squirrel. But you manage to, one step at a time, drag yourself up those steps. As Ella calls up, Are you okay? You look dreadful.
I just a little bit of rest. You know, gallivanting around all night as an artist is one too. I just a
She
little
kind of like
sleep will do me
smiles
some good.
and blushes, and she says, "I did want to be an actor, but yes, I'll bring blankets up."
I appreciate that, and I'm probably going to have all the. Are there blinds? Are there curtains? I will have them drawn, or I will have the room dark just because a bit of a headache and a light necessarily does not help with that, you know. And I like sort of make a gesture of drinking, like
Yes.
I'm
She kind of like
hungover.
looks at her kids and then like looks over at you and says whatever the British equivalent of hungover is, and will sort of nod at you. And as you slowly make your way up this house, up the stairs of this house, almost crashing your way through the door, you find that the blinds are in fact open to this very small room, and with great effort you manage to close them. Roll me an intelligence and occult to see if it will suffice.
Well, you know, I took a little occult training. I did a little occult training. Well, hope that helps. I got 2.
2 successes or rolled a 2?
I got 2 successes. I had
All right.
4. I had to roll 4.
Look, the curtains themselves are a cheap linen, that don't look like they might sustain the sun. The blankets on the bed are thicker. and there are hooks on the corner of the windows, but you don't have confidence in simply laying on the bed that the curtains would suffice.
My clothes are also like damp and awful.
Mm-hmm.
Could I use my clothes and like
Heavens.
have
You're going to strip while this woman is alone without her husband.
I'm sleeping in a bed. That's fine. Look, I have good reflexes now. This I've probably run out of a house in underwear before. It's Leon.
But you're putting yourself in a incredibly vulnerable state for the next day. But yes, you are your clothes, as we have seen in the pictures, are thick, velvety clothes that you can hang up for sure.
Yeah, that's the less smart option, but also Leon would not sleep in those damp ass awful clothes.
All right.
This being bougie will burn me in this instance.
Win over. All right, you hang your clothes on the curtain hooks, blocking out the sun, finding yourself in a pitch black room.
What could possibly go wrong?
As bears the day you were born. And you can go to sleep.
I will.
And the beast takes hold, and for the rest of the day you will be unconscious. Jerry.
Oh,
You make it about 2 blocks before you're certain that the sun will lick your back. Anything?
No, I keep plowing ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
It creeps closer and closer to you. The shadow of the surrounding buildings becoming smaller and smaller. And it touches you. For the first time in 80 plus years, you feel the sun on your back. And you hear squealing and popping as your skin begins to burn.
No, that's fun.
Give me a willpower roll.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
You called the bluff and the bluff was not a bluff.
I'm dying.
I will don't tell me the result just yet, but I will tell you and everybody else what this roll is for. Your beast didn't warn you of the sun, and you only felt the slight tingle of the sun rising. But as the sun burns against your back, like a mewling creature on the side of the road, it begs you to find shelter. And this willpower check is to decide whether or not you can fight it. But before you tell me the success, I want to know, or tell me the roll or not, I want to know if you are trying to fight it.
Yeah, at this point, I'm feeling that the beast is like holding me back, and I've been strong for like 127 years, like, and then some. So like right now it's just, you know, those gym bros is like pain is just weakness leaving the body. This is where I'm at right now.
The healthiest culture, yes.
Oh my god.
This is where I'm at right now. So I'm
right.
just sitting here like, fucking, I've got this. Yeah.
What'd you roll?
I got 3 successes.
As I said, the beast at this point is less a commanding general and more a pleading foot soldier. And you fight through the urge as the warm sun engulfs you. And we're going to go to break because we got to have a real ass discussion now.
Oh my god.
Fuck. This is a break for you, chat, not us. We're gonna be fucked.
No, we have to have a little production meeting.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit.
Choices.
Be right back, y'all. Welcome back. All right, we had our discussion. Decisions were made. To set the scene for you, dawn has arrived in the middle of London. In the middle of the city streets, as people pass by, humans going about their daily lives, going to work, setting up their shops, waking up and having their breakfasts and bathing, I think. Probably. Man,
Bath day is next week.
I'm not good at history. Are they throwing out buckets of their poop and stuff into the street? Is that still a thing? Regardless, life is happening as the weakened, flabby body of Jerry. God. Hey, I'm your
Use
dad.
my full name.
I'm
Damn.
your dad. I'm your dad now, Belgian
Jeremy's
Jerry.
your human name.
I'm disappointed in you. As Jerry propels himself forward through the streets, the sun consuming his body, blisters and skin popping. You feel that mewling beast within you, begging you to step off the streets into the shadows, find somewhere to curl into a ball and sleep for the day. As you take 2 aggravated damage from the sun.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Basically, I'm telling that little voice in my head, or the little creature, the mewling wail of the beast, to piss off. And I'm gonna like bite down. At this point, like there you can see like veins in my jaw as like I'm clenching and like forcing myself to keep moving forward.
As you do, you notice that some people are like looking at you. Individuals carrying tools, carrying bags of merchandise, just people going for a stroll are now watching this mannequin of flesh and sun burning its body, stepping through the middle of the streets. And you hear within yourself this, once again, begging voice. Jerry. We never got to talk, Jerry.
Is it a female voice or a male voice?
Female.
Yeah, you picked the wrong time, lady.
Question, are you speaking out loud or internally? Either works.
Yeah, no, people are already staring at me. I don't care. I'm speaking out loud.
You hear whispers around you of people like now backing away from you, creating this wide berth as you continue to step down the cobblestone. I'm sorry. I meant to tell you so much more, but there wasn't time. Anything?
It's
just this squealing
like,
of your skin.
Like as I'm gonna take another couple of steps, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? If you could get to the point, that would be fantastic.
Step into the shadows, Cherry, please. You can find home. We can fix this. They can fix this. Find the Krohns.
The who?
A foot-long slice in your skin slits open like the skin of an apple, and you take 2 more aggravated damage.
Yeah, and with that, like Jerry's on the ground at this point. And like when that split happens, he crumbles to the ground. Um and like you can see in front of him is, or like off to the side is the entrance to the sewers. And like when his body gives out on him like that, he like kind of whimpers as he's crawling, like as he claws his way over there trying to get out of the sun.
Give me a strength and athletics. And by that, I mean roll 2 dice.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Never rolled this low for strength and athletics in my entire life. And I got both of them successes.
Nice.
The dice like me. That's good.
You drag yourself towards the sewers as people are watching you, and you see one man like step forward and like take off his coat, and someone puts their hand on his chest and pushes him back. As this flesh human drags themselves towards the grate, leaving behind a trail of searing flesh that, as soon as it leaves your body, turns to dust and blows away into the morning air. And with one final pull, doing one more aggravated damage as you stumble into the sewers, crashing into the liquid. You can hear murmurs and screams coming from the street above you as you just sort of mingle amongst the refuge within the sewer. Thank you.
Jerry doesn't say anything, but all anyone can hear passing that specific grate is like a child sobbing.
And as you do, rest doesn't come. The darkness that often greets you when the sun rises, the rest of the kindred that takes you until the sun goes down again, never comes, and you sit there weeping in the sewer, conscious for hours. And finally, the sun, having crested over the skies and slowly lowered behind the flat earth once more.
Oh, God.
Darkness meets you. As Octavia and Evelyn, much as most ants do, wake up around the same time.
Oh, what a great sleep. Oh,
I feel quite well rested.
Actually, I don't know. I have to heal some health, I think.
Yeah. So it'll be 3. If you're trying to heal aggravated, it's 3 rouse checks to heal 1 aggravated damage.
Yeah, I have 1 aggravated. What happens to the superficial ones?
It's gone. Your body regenerates. What skin and hair you do have, Evelyn, comes back.
So I do want to try to heal that. I will rouse to be hungry, obviously, but then I will try to heal.
Rouse for waking up.
Oh no, I'm so hungry.
Evelyn. Feed.
Shut up. Shut up.
Buzzing sound of
They're like,
bees.
just like,
Octavia, how are you doing?
Okay, so Octavia succeeds her rouse check, but I do have an aggravated damage that I would like to heal, and I failed 2 of them.
Oof.
Out of 3. So I am at level 4 hunger right now.
Ooh,
So
we gotta
I
go
actually
through some food.
have to deal with that like now.
Yo.
As you wake Octavia and spend the probably like half hour putting clothes on as we're in Victorian times. As you go to leave your room, you hear ding, 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 ding.
Oh, my friend's been by to visit, and I'll reach down and I'll carefully push my hands forward slowly.
You feel the comforting feeling of a large milk glass, but there's also a note on it.
Oh. I rub my fingers across it.
And it says that your gruff assistant came by and told me that you might be thirsty. It's nice to know that you're still alive. And I don't know. I don't know how do you do.
Really have to say the word thirsty?
I don't know how you do bolds, braille, but it's in bolds, alive.
With a question mark.
I will immediately drink this.
It'll take you down 1 hunger.
Okay, I'm at 3 now. Still not good, but better than nothing. But priorities, Prophet. We must go and check on Jerry. The poor thing's probably scared out of his wits.
And you begin to make your way to the office proper. Evelyn, what are you doing when you wake up?
I heal my aggravated damage. I'm at 3 hunger because I failed one of those.
Evelyn.
So I am also fucking hungry as hell. So we're both equally hungry. I'm like, shut up!
God.
I'm just yelling at myself. I'm just like, be quiet. I'm healing.
What are you doing?
What was I doing when I went to bed? I went and talked to William. I'm assuming he'll come find me when he has information. So I'm gonna go upstairs. I think I'll also go check on Jerry because I'm fucking worried about my friends.
All right.
And yeah.
As the two of you make your way up to the office proper, stepping into the threshold of the meeting area, you hear, well, you two are the first to rise, it seems. Oh, you're
It's
muted.
not usual. I'm usually one of the later ones if I'm thinking about that correctly.
Well, I mean, the New York one's off somewhere. She said she had to leave. And
Yes,
Leon
had business to tend to, yes.
There was a bit of a mess on the front stoop of the door that I had to go take care of. She seems to be fine now, but it seems like Leon's pal dragged herself out of bed to the entrance.
Did she go outside? And Octavia emerges.
The door was open a crack. It's lucky y'all weren't robbed, but no, she never went outside.
Oh, thank goodness. Where have you taken her?
Oh, she's back in bed. Did I ever tell you I used to be a nurse?
No.
I don't think you have.
Oh, that's because I wasn't. Anyways, where's the rest of you?
Oh.
Well, I was hoping you might have come across Jerry, except very frail and breathing.
I mean, I saw him when he got back.
Breathing?
Back?
When you got
Wait,
back.
what do you mean back?
From the I brought you back from the pool.
Yes,
Yeah.
but since then, have you seen him?
Nope.
Let's go back a second when you said Jerry was breathing.
Yes, I thought I told you this, Evelyn.
Was I there? I thought I was.
It was
You
chaos.
filled me in on my dad, and I'm
That was
pretty
before
sure.
I went to bed. It's been
Chaos.
a long night.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I got you. Someone stole my gin. Probably
Oh.
Jerry.
It was probably Jerry.
Yeah.
Well, that's my biggest concern is, did he eat my apple turnovers? I hope they treated him well, and I'm gonna...
I look into the library. Are they still there?
There is a wrinkled rug that has been dragged into the library, but no sign of Jerry. There are a lot of books just fallen over in a
turnovers?
globe that is rolled underneath one of the tables. It looks like something happened in here.
I'm gonna go in and look and see like what's been left because I'm assuming Jerry was pulled into there. So
Mhm.
Like what was left? Is there anything that I can see that wasn't here when I last
Wits and
checked in with
awareness.
Octavia? Wits and awareness. Oh my god. 3
Everyone take a drink.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
did. I have a nice vanilla coffee.
That sounds amazing.
I have this old ass grape juice.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
nice.
there it is.
Also, I love that Shar and I are both having like 9 p.m. coffees. That's absurd.
Yum.
Cries for help. Cries for help, everyone.
So that is 5, but I also did bestial failures on 2 of my hunger dice, so I don't know if
That's
that
fine.
matters.
As long as you succeed, that's okay.
Okay.
You Sherlock Holmes the room and find the spot where Jerry was unceremoniously dragged into this room, woke up, stumbled around a while. You find a overturned gin bottle that spilled a lot of it onto the rug that has rolled under one of the cabinets. And then just book after book just pulled from the anatomy sections, from the occult sections, and then just a guide to making cocktails has also been pulled out. And then that's it.
Okay. Can I deduce from that Jerry is now aware that he hit of his condition?
Yes, most of the books that look purposely pulled out and knocked off of the shelves look to be around the realm of why can I drink now when I have a heartbeat?
Okay. Well,
that
I
genre.
I think Jerry is aware of his condition, and we should be concerned about that because he's not here right now.
Prophet, go check Jerry's bedroom for me, please.
Running off into the whoa. All right. Well, I can also tell you
also
that Jerry's
Grab
not
the
in
gin bottle.
that-
I can pass it to you.
That's my good one. I thought I hit it. Bastard knew I had another one in the library. Just takes it and like produces a glass. Just like reaches into another like one of the bookshelves and pulls out a very nice glass and pours herself a glass of gin. Well, I can also tell you that he's not in his room. I do things while you're sleeping, you know. I work here. You pay me a salary.
Yes, I would never assume otherwise, my dear Marguerite. But
Jerry's just so small now that maybe you would have missed him.
Yeah, I can
We
kick
Yes.
his
want
ass
to
even
double
better
check.
now.
a few throw pillows would cover his body.
Plus, you know, the dog's probably got a better smell than I do. The cigars kind of mask a lot.
Mm. But if he's not here, where did he go? Is there a note? Did he leave a note?
I don't think
She kinda
he's in
like-
a state to read and leave a note.
I'm also pretty sure that Jerry's not one to leave a note.
My concern is the cracked door. If Anne didn't leave, did we ask Anne if she saw Jerry at all?
She was not in a good state.
Well, I hate to do this, but I have 2 large problems on my plate right now, and one of them isn't here, so I have to deal with the other one, which is my father.
Is your father here right now?
No, but that was the start of that problem. It hasn't
Oh.
grown any bigger
Oh,
than that. I need to find him. I need to know where he went. Did you learn any specifics from your sewer dwellers, my dear Evelyn, that suggested where he would be off to?
I don't believe I
No.
did. When they return, I can definitely pry a bit more and see if they have found anything or ask them to go search a bit more.
Okay, yes, please. Marguerite, as well, if you could, are there any other occult businesses other than that dear, what's the word for it? Not a, the shops where people like lend things and buy them back.
Pawn shop?
Yes, there
Yeah.
was an occult pawn shop we visited a year ago or so.
Yeah.
But is there any other things in the...
Ambergreet? She's in my poker
That's it.
game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should speak with her.
All right.
Can you get in touch with her for me?
Do you not know where her shop is?
I do, but can you not see the amount of pressure we're under
listen.
right
I can
now,
come. I
Margaret?
can come with you to go talk to Ambergris, if that's what you want. Doesn't your dog have like find my dad abilities?
Well,
I also think you have find my anything abilities.
Fine. And I
Not that I won't help. I just thought you can snip your ribbon and it will guide you to your father. But I am thinking maybe perhaps I will go and look for Jerry, unless you need my assistance.
It's fine. Just leave me. I'm
I'm
emotional
not-
today.
Well, now I'm not going to leave you. I'm sorry. I'm very hungry. I
So
woke up in a bit of
am
I woke up in a bit of a mood.
You want me to
Should we go
leave?
get something to eat before we do any of this?
I'm gonna go do some paperwork.
I do suggest that we get something to eat because we don't know where these paths will take us. And while we're at it, I can't scry the soul because I need to rouse for that.
We need to
God
go and eat.
damn it. I'm going to what am I gonna do? I don't know if I can do anything.
There's
without...
plenty of rats in the sewer. Would you like me to go and fetch some for you?
Oh, God.
I don't know if that's really your taste, though.
Desperate times, my dear, desperate times. I suggest we do.
All right.
As the two ants go hunting, stressful. This is like
We're just like,
this is like the sad parts of practical magic.
yeah.
Abigail,
Yeah.
wake on your boat.
Oh, also had such a restful sleep. Yeah.
Nothing came about in the day. Everything seems fine.
Thank God. This sounds like it's my week.
Yeah.
I think that one of the things I will do, I remember we talked about this a little bit, but I'll like make sure that if I have to pay to have my boat here for the next couple of days or whatever, I will like tend to that business to make sure that my boat doesn't get towed, I guess. and then when it is no longer bright out, because who walks around in the sun like a crazy person? I don't know.
Right? Yeah.
That's pretty dumb. I'm gonna go. I'll make my way. I do want to visit Diana to finally repair her curtains. And then I will also make a point to being like making my way back to my new friends, the IOU.
All right. We're going to do that scene of you going to the feeding pit. It's in the same district as the IOU. So going there as a first stop is fine. And based on your memory, you find your way back to the staircase that leads down to the door that opens up into the strange building of the feeding pit. And as you open it, again, almost like opening a body into an illuminated cavern of sinew and flesh, but cozy and warm and greeting. The curtains, the strangely thin, almost flesh-colored curtains, the dark, sort of red illumination of this possibly never-ending room greets you as you walk in.
Nice. I'll make a point for looking around for the boss lady, and if I notice a staff member, I'll I don't know. There's staff, right? There's people that work there as well, you know.
You've never seen anybody other than Diana here.
Really? Oh, damn.
Working?
I'm
No.
I'm looking for like the general like uniform, like, or like the all black like server attire, and it's just like not nobody.
You like pull aside one of the curtains and you see just a open corpse as three individuals are just slowly feeding on it, and they look up. Do you mind?
I I sorry, my bad. I'm just gonna, and I'll close the curtain back up.
You see just a like figure sort of brushing up against the distance, disappearing and reappearing in another location behind curtains, almost as if a projector is shining the silhouette of Diana across these drapes until finally you feel a brush of wind behind you.
And I will slowly turn around.
And you see the tall figure of Diana, now with almost like almost like one of those like tri mohawks of like exposed flesh along her scalp, and still like the white, almost like wedding gown covered in blood, and the beautiful flesh wings sort of draped over her like a robe. Welcome back.
Hey, Miss Lady Diana. If I remember correctly, the last time I saw you was during the daymare, or whatever you want to call it, and my group of friends might have trashed your place a little bit, but it looks great now.
Don't worry. One of our guests made sure that we would have the appropriate decor. Did you need a seat? Were you looking for something to eat?
Holy crap, I think like Kat and Abigail just took a moment to figure that out. Oh, and like looking at the curtains and being like, oh, fresh, no, I just wanted to I guess say sorry, but also to check in on how everybody was doing here. So everything seems to be fine.
She smiles, and you can see rows of almost like like multiple fangs, each tooth of her sharpened to a point. Do you remember what I said the last time you were here?
Yes.
I told you that you had 3 days as a valued customer. And after such a time, you would become just a regular.
Yes, but however, I was dealing with some stuff over the last 7 days, like saving all of us in the daymare. So I mean,
loophole perhaps in my customs.
Well, I wasn't asking for that, but I will surely take it. Thank you so much.
What of the child, Abigail?
What?
Where is that child who infiltrated? And she sort of like pushes you forward as she steps. My home. My residence. My means of business that seem to be so close to all of you. Where is the child?
Not close at all. I mean, I thought maybe she could have been my buddy's little baby, but that's not true. Unfortunately, she did not make it from our job.
She smiles wide. At your hand.
No, at
Oh, what a disappointment.
It was a fish. It was a fish. It's a guy fish. A guy Sydney the fish.
Oh,
I don't know.
Christ.
I'm new to the city.
No, it's fine. Settle in.
Sorry.
Sydney. Pox.
Do you know him?
We all know him, dear.
Why do you enemy? We don't like him, I'm assuming.
Do you find that the air is your enemy? Do you find
Yeah.
that water trickling past you is an enemy?
Mm.
Sydney simply exists. A force of nature, dear.
You seem like you can handle yourself, though. Couldn't you just, like, wipe the water off?
A canyon is not formed overnight.
Mm.
And Sydney has worn us all very, very smooth.
Oof. Well, I mean, if you want an ally, I surely have probably not made myself a good company of his. So if you
Sorry,
want,
what do you mean?
I just mean, like, if you want.
No, good company. Did you not leave on proper terms? Was the child not a sacrifice to Sydney for your own lives? Is Sydney hunting you?
I don't know. I mean, I
Well,
don't think he's a fan of me,
until
but
such time that perhaps you figure that out, I would kindly ask that you leave.
but
If you and your
uh,
associates
ugh,
are somehow targeted by
no.
Sydney Jones, then
Oh,
none of us are safe, dear. And I
oh,
pride myself on an establishment of the utmost safety.
I do respect that decision as a business lady. Like, it makes a lot of sense. But I will say that if he is potentially an enemy of yours, if you have anything
Mine.
yeah.
I have made no ill will of the river, dear. It was you that seems to have splashed about and caused its ire upon you. Now leave!
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you for your time. Uh, I, and I'll do a little bow and I'll, like, sadly walk away.
As you do, you realize that the entire cavernous room has gone quiet. And as you leave, you hear it slowly begin to pick up again as you step out into the streets.
Man, this sucks. I thought maybe that she was gonna be somebody I could look up to and stuff, but I've somehow put my foot in my mouth, so I'm gonna go back to my buddies.
And you make your way towards the IOU. Leon.
Time to wake up.
You wake up in surprisingly the same bed that you went to sleep in. There is there's like more blankets on you, and you can see a cup of water next to you, a ceramic cup that has been put on the nightstand next to you. And you can hear below the sounds of like dishes and clinking of silverware.
I can't drink water, right?
No.
Okay.
You
Can I like touch it? Am I cool to just
touch
like
water.
all right, like I can run it through my hair?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, because I wanted to like get rid of the water in some way, so I think I like run it through my hair just to make it, seem like I've in like, a little like around the mouth, like
Mm-hmm.
had a big drink of water, lying.
You can like wipe your face, and it'll be like that scene in Forrest Gump where there's just like there's full face on the sheet.
Just, I gotta look like a person who drank water, like a normal human.
And you see your clothes are still surprisingly hung up.
I think I like with a pinky open just enough to see if there's any light.
What we do in the shadows? Yeah.
Yeah, just gotta
freaking nothing.
Night
Sigh of,
make sure.
sigh of relief as the sun is not up anymore.
Yeah, I couldn't be that confident. It'd be a hell of a way to go.
I mean, who would just walk into the sun?
That's how fools die. Not me though. Yeah, I think in almost a dramatic, you see Leon grab one article and then the camera spins and Leon's fully dressed again.
Just
it's
magical girl style.
Exactly. The clothes still don't feel as good as they could be.
They're pretty crunchy. Yeah.
Yeah, but this will do till I get home. And I think I'd courtesy knock as I step out.
You step out into the standing of the hallway that you can see the stairs leading down to the kitchen, and some flickering light down below.
Do I hear anything in terms of no one's fighting and
No,
nothing? Okay.
The sound of fork and knife meet plate.
Okay. Yeah, I think I step down and clear my throat. Really appreciate just having a place to lay my head for the night.
As you step down the stairs, you see the woman that had greeted you, Ella, her 2 kids, and a dirty-looking man, probably just coming off work, sitting around the table with plates in front of them that are empty, but the 4 of them are just going through the motions of cutting nothing on the plate.
Hello?
In unison, all of them turn to face you.
Oh my god!
Are you ready to meet us?
I assume us is the greater Leon collective.
Father's so happy to see you again.
What? Okay, yes, would love to. Are these 4 okay though?
Oh, they'll be fine.
And you promise that? Assuredly?
You wouldn't meet us otherwise, Leon. We know you.
Got me there. Okay, well, then...
We'll see you at the bridge, Leon.
Yes, I would like to thank them for the kindness.
All right. Bon appetit. And they all just turn back to the plates and start mimicking cutting something and eating.
Hello? Leon Cavallo here.
Nothing.
I'll look and see if
you would recognize the telltale signs of a discipline being cast on them.
Yeah.
There's a good chance they won't even remember that this happened.
Okay. Do I have money? Do I have money that means anything to people?
We get paid in money, so
I think we have a different currency.
You have money, yeah.
For some reason, I was just I can imagine Vampire Society just using drachma for some reason or some shit. So I was
it is very Leon to be like, do these poor people use this money? I use this for rich things. But I don't know if poor people use this.
I think I leave a note, a thank you note, and I leave money, and I think it's more money than it should be, because Leon is more of it's a banana, it's $10 type thing. I'm I just don't know the accurate amount.
And you head towards the bridge, or are you looking for the Bruja? Is the question.
I think I
your roommate or yourself.
I think I step out and I think I get my bearings and I try to see if I could find if I just see a raven or anything. If I could just looking for a bird to help me out. Evelyn, you don't have one of your spy birds? Where are your drones?
I mean, I could. I feel like I don't know where the fuck you are. I feel like I
I was
think you
I
were
was
at
keeping
the
an eye
Brujas,
out
so
for
I
one of
think the
yours.
Raven would
Huh.
be at the Brujas, like
It's a good
looking for
question,
you.
though. Give me a Evelyn. Do you think you would have sent? Because you were sending out people to find Jerry. Would you send anything out to find Leon?
Yeah, I think I went looking for Jerry. I think I sent Ravens out to maybe make sure you made it to the Bruja. Because that's
Then
where I assume you would have spent the night unless things got hairy.
give me a wits and investigation then, and we'll say add 2 dice because your Raven network is quite robust.
Oh, it's me. Wits investigation? Okay.
Yeah, unless you
Thank
made ravens as a character. If you did,
No. That would have been cool.
I mean the
Oh,
raven
add 2?
the
Sorry, you said?
raven yes, add 2.
Okay.
The raven werewolves aren't too stoked that you have this network.
No.
It's sort of a under the radar, hopefully.
5.
Yeah. If you sent ravens out to find Leon, they did. And Leon, as you exit this abode, you see a rather large, kind of twitchy looking, the fur or feathers popping out a little bit raven that can only belong to Evelyn.
Well, I would love if you could relay a message for me.
An eye sort of like pops out and hangs from its sinew.
Ah, gross. That was said silently to myself. If you could potentially let Evelyn know that I have yet to find the Brujas to help with Anne's condition. I would appreciate that. I have gotten pulled into a situation of my own involving a lot.
The wings like spread out wide, and you can see like holes through them as it lifts
I
itself.
I also say I'm going to the bridge. I also
All
say
right.
I'm going to the bridge. Leon would do that.
It lifts itself off of the roof and begins flying north. And you're going towards the bridge?
Yeah, no, I don't want. I don't know. They're around a lot of places. I feel like if I try to dip out on them, it's not gonna work out for me.
You make your way through the streets, and it's claustrophobic. The northern side is beautiful, has nice architecture, and this is more industrial housing. And as you walk, you get that sense of like everybody in the alleyways watching you vibe. But you eventually crest to the point where you can see the bridge, and you see a small crowd sort of gathering nearly halfway.
Hmm.
You haven't quite gotten to like onto the bridge, but you can see in a distance a bit of a crowd.
Okay. It would like are they moving like a crowd? Is it like, the average rabble of people standing around, or is it like
Give me a
deceptively still or something?
give me a wits and awareness.
Yeah, that felt right. I'm witty and I'm aware. It's actually one of my best rolls. Oh, 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 oh. What how much is it if I have 3 10s? Is that 6?
That's 6.
So 7.
You see from standing at the base of the bridge a collection of you, various shapes and sizes, and attempts at recreating your visage, mingling and chatting on the bridge. Each of them in different decor that you may have worn throughout your time as an undead. All looking like cheap knockoffs of Leon Cavallo. And between the crowd and these sort of cracks as they move and sway, you see a peacock of a man standing slightly taller than all of them with a patchwork, colorful coat that you recognize none other than your sire.
And I can see all that from a distance, right?
Yes, there's the bridge is lit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fuck. And I think like Leon says that out loud to himself. Okay. Well, I was going to have to face this one day, probably. I'd always hoped he could just fall and die somewhere, but okay. Time to show them that I'm Leon Cavallo. And I will use my presence of awe.
All
Just
right.
so everyone understands, I'm that bitch.
You're the one.
Yes, I look. Are my clothes a little crunchy? Yes. No one can rock crunchy clothes like me. It's me. So I think very much approach with this energy of like kill the runway.
All right. And as you approach the crowd of Leon wannabes, we will cut to Jerry. It has been a rough day, but finally you see through the cracks that the sun has gone down and it is dark, and the rats have mostly left you alone, especially Rat, who's somewhere in the sewers.
He's just there like, you all right?
But night has come. What are you doing?
Let me try to heal one of these aggravated.
All right, roll 3 rouses.
Okay, hang on. This is what happens when I use digital dice. Get back here. Nope, not a single success.
You wait, so you got hungry 3 more times then. What are you at?
My hunger, give me a sec.
Because you would have had to arouse to waking up too.
That's true.
Oh,
Give
crap.
me one
Yeah, that's
additional.
true.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm
A
just
student.
trying to cause a little chaos.
Teacher, do we have homework?
So yeah, hang on. Plus the rouse to roll. Okay, so yeah, I succeed the waking up
All right.
hunger one. I did not succeed the try to heal myself ones.
So what's your hunger
And
at
my
now?
hunger looks like it's blacked out. So
You feel that welling inside you of the beast crying out to feed. You've frenzied in the past, but it doesn't come. The overwhelming control of your body to feed on anything and everything around you does not emerge. Instead, you feel this creature, this small creature inside of you, digging and clawing at the inside of you. You feel not compelled to eat, but you feel hungry. And it wants you to feed, but it has no control over you. You don't heal, or you do heal despite failing all of those rouses. You heal 1 of the aggravated damage, and you can see some of the splits in your skin close, and this small voice inside of you begging you to feed. Then you hear another voice. Master Jerry, is that you? And you see a scurrying small little creature coming through the sewer towards you as a mangled, hunched man that you recognize as the companion of Evelyn, William, stands in front of you. I've been looking for you. Mom wants to find you. Where have you been?
I'm not in the mood right now, Billy boy.
You look awful.
Yeah, I'm still prettier than you.
Hmm. I should tell Mom I found you, but I have information for you.
Yeah, what information you got, mate?
The docks are no longer yours, Jerry.
What you mean by that?
Oh, someone told that you don't have your strength anymore, Jerry. In the docks.
And so, like, when William says that, Jerry's gonna like make a grab for him,
Give me a strength and athletics.
and
Roll-
by that you mean
roll
roll
two.
2 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, how dare you attack my boy? But I'm like, I think my boy can take you.
1 success with a possible bestial failure.
Yeah, you claw and you see this like feral raccoon scurry to the corner faster than you can attack. And all you can see now are 2 glowing beady eyes in the darkness. Naughty. Maybe I don't tell Mum where you are. Maybe I'll let you rot down here. Benedict
Yeah,
can
maybe
take
you
over.
Fuck off, mate.
Maybe I'm hungry.
Maybe you try it.
I would not disobey Mum. I would not disobey Mum such, but I don't necessarily have to tell her I found you. If she doesn't find you and you die in the sewer, Rat will eat you.
And even still, I'll be prettier than you.
I'll tell Benedict you said that. So you don't want any help then? Perhaps I just go deeper into the sewer.
Yeah, you do that.
Have fun. And the eyes close. You don't even hear him leave.
Yeah, I'm still near that sewer grate thing, right?
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah.
pretty high. You fell into it.
That's cool. See what I can do. I'm gonna try and pull like I'm gonna try and pull like a what was it? It move and like yank somebody from the sewer. Like yank somebody off the street into the sewer.
Georgie.
Yeah.
Join us.
I mean,
We all float down here.
we do love to see it. Roll me a strength and athletics. And by that, I mean...
Roll 2 dice.
2 days.
Oh, I got my 2 successes.
Yay! You... with great effort, managed to pull yourself closer to the grate and lift it up, and you see a a waifish looking chap walking down the street, and you manage to just grasp his leg, and with as much more force of letting go and dropping yourself, manage to pull him through the sewers, and his head smashes up against the concrete before falling into the sewer, twitching and writhing as his skull is split open by the impact.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat him.
And you bite into him and taste iron and blood, and it is not satisfying. But as you drink, that voice gets a little quieter. And are you going to kill him?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You only lose 2 hunger. Despite killing him, it does not satiate the beast fully. And as you lie there in the sewer, feeding onto this body, Octavia and Evelyn, you have spent a little bit of time hunting and managed to remove more of your hunger. I'll say that you can get rid of 2. And as we hit the top of the episode, what are you going to do?
Octavia is going to cast Illuminate the Trail of Prey. Now that I've gotten down to 1 hunger, it's safe enough for me to do that, just in case I fail my rouse check and get hungrier.
All right.
So I take out a ribbon from my dress pocket or one of my leather satchels. I light it up, and I hope that it works.
All right. So it is a rouse.
Mm-hmm. 10.
Nice.
Woo! Now
Everything's
I crit.
Man, today's going great.
Yeah, for
Everything's
us.
Good. We're doing so well.
So as you light it, you're hunting a mortal.
Mm-hmm.
It is very easy. This you can smell the smoke almost immediately lift and bellow around you, and then dissipate as it creates a nearly solid trail, and Prophet begins following it.
Thanks, Prophet. Evelyn, would you like to come, or would you like to find Jerry? Now that I'm hungry, or now that I'm filled, it's up to you.
I think at this point, I wasn't expecting William to return so soon, so I would have given word that they go and look for Jerry. So I think.
I mean, William hasn't returned.
But I told Jerry, I hadn't told William to go look for him.
No,
you said that
you
you
didn't.
had.
That's definitely true.
Oh, interesting. Well, in that case, I think I need to go look for Jerry.
All right.
Because if I haven't told anybody to look for Jerry,
This is chaos!
I think I need to go and do that. Have I gotten word from the Raven yet?
I'll say that after hunting, you guys come up, and the Raven, the real fucked up Raven, will return and convey upon you that Leon is in the name of the place that I just said. Is in Wandsworth, and is going to go to a bridge.
Why would he need to go to a bridge? There's no other elaboration. What is going on this evening? I will. Are you sure you'll be all right, Octavia? I don't want to leave you by yourself if you are not going to be all right.
I have Prophet. Wow, I'm Irish.
Nice.
I have Prophet with me. I'll be all right.
Very well. Perhaps I will send a raving with you as well. I will maybe make Corvo go with Octavia in that case, now that he has returned.
All right.
And I will go into the sewers to either track down my gang to help spread the news that Jerry's missing, because I don't know if that shit's already gotten word. And then I'll go and I'll go look for Jerry.
All right. So as the 2 ants head out of the IOU, one following Smoke and one looking for Jerry, Abigail arrives in a ironic and comedic fashion to a upset looking Marguerite sitting behind the desk sipping gin and smoking a cigar. You just missed him. I'm assuming you're looking for Octavia and Evelyn.
Yeah. And I think Abigail's just gonna like take a seat and just sit for a little bit and like stare at her hands and sit. And yeah, no conversation prompted.
I'll put on some music then. And as Marguerite flips up a record and puts it on the gramophone, and the IOU theme starts playing. We're going to end for tonight.
Ah!
Goodness.
I'm so stressed out.
So many feelings.
It's on fire.
Okay.
Everything's great.
It's great. No, it's for sure great. Hey, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. You are awesome, and you are the reason we do this. We wouldn't have a show without you. If you had a good time and you want to show your support, the best way to do so is by heading on over to patreon.com/tabletop titties. When you become a patron, you get a bunch of cool things like access to our after show, which we're going to record right after this. We also will give you behind the scenes snippets. We will give you bonus episodes and polls that could affect the game and a lot more cool things. So head on over there and become part of the Titty Committee, baby. We also, like I said before, have a merch store, so head on over to tabletoptitties.threadless.com to check out all of that. Go get your Christmas shopping done before it's too late. We also want to give a special shout out to our Indiegogo friend, Jennifer Fox. Thank you so much for helping us and supporting us and helping get season 3 going by contributing to our Indiegogo earlier before we even started all this season. So thank you. Thank you so much. Last but not least, make sure to follow us on social media at Tabletop Titties. And if you use the hashtag TTTitties, you could get an NPC named after you. I'm just saying, that's pretty cool. You can find all of this info on our website at tabletoptitties.com. And remember, when we say titties, it is with double D's. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and raid Art Studios. So stick around and send some love. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.